Our trip began heading from Lake Temagami towards the Lady Evelyn, where we would experience some incredible fishing.
We're hooked up.
Now it was time to head deep into the heart of Temagami, where its endless waterfalls and rugged terrain would make this adventure one you could never forget. Every canoe trip has the opportunity to be great, but not every trip can have it all. Whether it's the fishing,
Oh my God.
the waterfalls, or some rugged portage, every corner can lead you to a hidden treasure. The harder it is to get there, the more beauty you will find, inching yourself through the wilderness, hoping to find nature's rewards. Nothing is promised, everything is earned. This is Temagami.
Good morning, everyone. I am now officially at the top of that waterfall on my way to the next one. And yeah, I took some shots at the waterfall this morning. Also hooked into 2 more pike. I had a nice boat side release. It was a little sketchy down there. The wind has really picked up and is coming down that tunnel. And then of course the current that's coming in from the waterfall. It was just pulling and spinning me around. Yeah, it was for the best that I didn't keep catching fish. I needed to get out of there. Yeah, I'm excited for today. There is many waterfalls to come. We're just getting started. And maybe some brook trout in the future as well. That one yesterday, I wouldn't say is a fluke, but I just really didn't expect it. But today we're gonna try and fish for some. Maybe have some brook trout for dinner would be cool. But yeah. I'm just going to take my time, enjoy what's to come, because this is what this whole trip is about. It's this day, traveling through this river system and all of these beautiful waterfalls. It's going to be a good day. Well, I am on to the next portage, but I must say that is one of the most beautiful waterfalls I think I've seen on a canoe trip. It is absolutely ferocious at the time with water level being so high. But I must say, it almost makes you forget just how difficult that portage actually is. I've been kind of dreading that portage throughout this entire trip. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but Still did a number on me. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna drink some water, lose a layer, and then we are going to continue on our way. I actually felt like that snake earlier. All I wanted to do was soak up some sun. It was trying to snow literally like 2-3 hours ago, and you could not tell at all. Now it's beautiful, sunny. It's gonna be a great day. This is nuts. I'm completely surrounded by a giant waterfall. This is pretty freaking cool. Amazing. Just when I thought the last waterfall was going to be the one, this one was that much better. It was like 4 different waterfalls into one, just flowing. I wish I could have got some footage from the bottom of it, but I couldn't even get to access that point because the water is flowing so aggressively. And honestly, if I would have been down there, I either would have been doing spins in my canoe or possibly been swimming beside it. So it's probably just better off that I didn't push that. Anyways, I just stopped to have a little bite to eat, some water, try to rehydrate here. But I'm packing everything down a little bit. I have too much stuff that I'm danking around with on all of these portages. I'm also going to put this camera away for a little while just to make up some time. I do have a lot of distance I want to travel today, and I've only done maybe 1/3 of that. So yeah, it's time to knuckle down and get some miles between me and this location. You're beautiful, it's true. I'm you play, and I don't know what to do. What are you doing? Is it any good? I'm just hanging. I know. It's your forest. All swift to go through here. Should be fine, I would think. You just need to not hit a rock and get pinned. That's all. No big deal. No big deal. I really don't know. I don't see anything, but I'm nervous. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Oh, awesome. Nothing fancy, but it is always fun. the mystery of where is the next rock. That's the game we were playing. Where is the next rock? I did not succeed on that one. I did not find the rock. I did not find. Well, guys, it's been a while since the last update. Oh wow, look at that. I've been through portage after portage. Speaking of which, I thought I lost my map. Let's count how many portages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've done 8 so far today. I haven't talked to you guys since the third one, so it's been a while. Nothing too crazy. Lots of rapids, beautiful scenery that Temagami brings. Honestly, I could just film the whole time. You could spend a week just in this section alone. It's so beautiful. But we're trying to push through a bunch of it today. It's getting close to about 5 o'clock now. I'm running out of daylight. I still have 4 or 5 hours, but by 7 o'clock I think I want to be done. So we can see how far we're gonna get, but the next stop is part of the highlight of this whole river system. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're about to find out. So let's go. Oh my gosh, I feel it in the air tonight. Oh my god. I do have a second before I do this, right? The sun, light, and lollipops and rainbows. It's hard to stay on my freaking way. Okay, let's see what's up. I'm really not the biggest fan of trolling, but in a canoe it just makes sense. You're fishing as you're moving. I am not fishing as I'm moving. It is shallow as a mother. Getting you hyped up for nothing. Oh, is that a big fish on the end of the line? No, it's friggin' air. I'm a golden retriever and I made my first movie. I can hoop. I don't know, you play hockey too. What else did Airbud do? Airbud. The second. That's all I catch is Airbud. I'm at that point in the canoe trip where I just start saying things without much meaning. I've been talking to a camera for 3 days. So it's kind of like someone's with me, but it's definitely not like someone's with me because I can say anything I please. So, to that, I say, I can hear it coming in night. Hold on. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Hold on. All right, so somewhere along the lines, I've taken a wrong turn. I'm supposed to be portaging to the bottom of this waterfall. Instead, I went down this big canyon you just see me walk down. I thought it was pretty ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I wasn't supposed to do it. But I did find this cool thing, so I'm gonna show you. So down in here, it's this cool little, I wouldn't say cave, but kind of. Well, there's actually ice still. That's what's on there. That white is ice. So it's technically still ice out. Canoe tripping. Yeah, now I need to find the actual portage because that was horrendous and my gear is now along the river somewhere and I need to figure out how to get to it. Alright, so I've made it through the portage. It actually was the portage. I just lost my way for a second there. It took me a while to figure it out. I went back, I checked another trail. There ended up seeing a sign that said the Glacial Hole, which made sense of where I was at in the beginning, but there was just no trail. And now I'm just wondering if that when the water is lower, you're able to walk around the edge of that. Fortunately, there's an ice bridge there for me today, so I ended up crossing the ice bridge with the canoe because I bushwhacked with everything else. I was hoping to do an extra portage today, and that spent me on that one. There is one left before my camp that I'm going to take tonight. Hopefully no one's there. I don't think anyone's there. I've only seen 2 other groups since I've been out here. The one that left in Lake Temagami in the beginning, and then I just seen one today at that nasty portage I did way earlier at the waterfall. I've been seeing waterfalls all day, so if that makes it easy for you to understand, that's what's going on. Anyways, an explanation of where we are. This is Hap Wilson's cabin. I'm about to get in the canoe and get some footage for you guys, but Hap Wilson has a cabin here, which I'm very jealous of, by the way. And I've seen it over the years in other people's videos, and finally I'm here to experience it myself. Oh, I'm so hungry right now. Let's go get some footage, then let's go get some food. Good morning, everyone. It is a frigid morning. I ended up getting up super early because I just couldn't sleep. The clip you just seen that I was sipping a cup by the fire was actually this morning. I made a fire just to try and stay warm. It worked. I feel a lot better now. But yeah, last night I ended up just focusing on getting myself ready for bed and kind of unwinding. I portaged the first set of my gear up, started boiling water, filtering water, and then ran back to get the canoe and the rest of the gear. And then, yeah, set up the tent, had a small fire, and I shut it down for the night. But yeah, I ended up getting up this morning super early, as you've seen, and just getting started with my day. And then I finally started exploring this campsite and found out that there is absolute beautiful spot to look over the waterfall below. So yeah, super cool spot. Honestly, a very cool campsite, one of the cooler campsites. I must say, I think I've absolutely fell in love with Temagami. I've done a lot of trips to Algonquin, as you guys have seen in the past. The Kawartha Highlands was cool, but Temagami is different. It is rugged. Everything is rock. Every portage has big boulders you're walking over. It's tough, but I like that. I like the toughness, pushing myself a little bit, and it just feels more backcountry than ever. The first couple of lakes, I struggled with it because I was seeing boats. I wasn't even seeing canoeists. I was seeing guys on boats fishing. I love fishing though. But then once I got into this river system, like, oh my God, this is beautiful. This is one of the best trips I've ever been on. And yeah, Hap's cabin being right here. Like, what a cool place to have a cabin. When I went on my first trip, I literally got to a campsite. I was like, man, I wish I could just stay here forever, just build a cabin and never go back. And I mean, seeing that just makes me even want to live that dream even more. I love being out here, away from it all. I could care less that my cell phone is connected to nothing. It's buried somewhere in my bag. I don't want to turn it back on. I'm going to, obviously, because what do you do in real society? But I could do more of this and less of that, that's for sure. Anyways, I've been rambling for too long here. I need to get my gear packed up and we need to get back out on the water. Well, there we are with another beautiful frigging waterfall. And to match it, yet again, another sketchy portage. It's probably difficult to see just how sketchy that is from my angle. But basically all that water is covered in mist. I said dew earlier, but I meant mist. So it's all covered in mist. And one wrong step, I was in the water. Even with my pack on, I was nervous. But with the canoe there, I was like, your balance is so off if something gets bumped. If you slide a little bit away, that canoe weight shifts you so much being above your head. I got through it way easier than I was expecting and walked right through. Walking through one time without the canoe on your head helps you find your footsteps, like where you're going to place your feet in each step. You kind of sink it in your head and you know what to do. But that's one way to wake up. Two cups of coffee does it, but why not three, eh? This canyon is absolutely beautiful. Kind of reminds me of Barron Canyon, but way different still. But like just super high cliffs. Those have to be close to 300 feet high. This place just keeps getting better. That's very fresh wolf poop. This is a horrible portage. All right, I am at this portage at one of the last waterfalls, and I'm getting ready to put my canoe in. It's a tough put in, that's for sure. I've strategically placed everything in a location that I can grab while I have the canoe in the water. That's the goal here. Yeah, I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. You could kind of put in over here. It's not great either though. Yeah, we'll see what I can do. We can do this. That was cool. Just get in there. Oh, okay. I haven't quite figured out how the fuck I'm getting in here without dunking. We never got that far in the plan. We just kind of, I think you got to commit. Oh God. Oh my God. And good thing we can cut the clip. This won't show that I sat here for 5 minutes before I got the confidence to get in this canoe. Ah, no, no, no. I'm in the canoe. I'm in the canoe. I'm in the canoe. Okay. Okay. We're kind of in a bad spot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting pinned to the rocks. Okay. Not balanced very nicely for this situation. That was scary. Oh, the blood is flowing. I think we are about to run a little swift here. That's right. I actually have a life jacket. For all of those that might be saying, why aren't you wearing one? Because I don't. I don't know. Do I have a good reason? No. No, I really don't. Oh yeah. I want this. If we go in and at least we'll have our map. Oh, the anxiety. Just gotta look for rocks, take our time. I'm sure it's very rocky because I'm lining up at a rock right now. There's a group of rocks right there. Rocks over here. Oh wait, I'm gonna hit one. Yep. Little skim, little skim. Pick a nice line. And yeah, baby. One rock ain't bad. And one less portage. Haha. We are moving, baby. Well, well, I've made it through that section of the river. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I wish I could just keep going and going. It was beautiful. Each waterfall just kept getting better. The portages got a little bit more difficult, but pushed me in a new way. I learned a lot, and it was good to be uncomfortable, you know? I was nervous in certain sections, and it really put me on edge and just mentally zoned into what's right in front of me and not distracted with anything else, which is honestly a nice place to be. Yeah, honestly, I don't think my footage is gonna do justice to what beauty that place actually holds. Like, I think it would take days on days with a camera crew to try and capture that full embodiment of what that actually is. But anyways, enough talking. It is time for my next challenge, and that is a 2-kilometer plus portage through the woods. Usually I knock these out in like the beginning of the trip and then, you know, continue on. Not this one. This one we saved her to the bitter end when I'm already tired and exhausted. All right, I'm gonna stop avoiding it and I'm going to hit the trail. The joys of being the first one down the trail. I've been pretty lucky on this trip. I just had to move some small limbs, a couple little trees, but there's another one up here. Might as well. Oh God. That's kind of sketchy. Let's just pull it over. You have to get serious here. Oh, this is very loud. Oh, I thought that was the one. This is gonna be bad. All right, let's go get my canoe. Now we're gonna be stuck. Come on, baby. Oh, hello, wind. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh, well, it may seem like an instant on your end. It was not on mine. That was a grind. I think I did about 11 kilometers of portaging so far today, between the double carry and then walking back to get the items. So yeah, I'm sore is what I'm leaning towards. Is I'm sore, and I'm not really hungry at the moment, but I'm depleted. I feel depleted at the moment. Anyways, we are coming back into a lake that we have already been in, Diamond Lake, where we caught 2 lake trout before we left that morning. So, I'm gonna see if I can catch me a lake trout. That's my goal. Winds are heavy, we'll see how it goes. No way. What the hell did I catch? A bass. That's crazy. You seen the net? I don't even know what's going on. Oh. That's a nice bass too. First cast in the lake, and we got a nice smallie. Very cool. I actually do think they're open here. I said at the start of the trip that they're closed because they're closed in most places, but I believe in Zone 11 it opens in May. Either way, it's going back in the water. Oh my gosh, that was sick. Oh, and my line is gone. Hopefully that means the Lakers are biting. As you can tell by the water conditions there, I am no longer able to paddle. The wind has really picked up. As I've been crossing this lake, it's gone like 3 different directions. One minute it's a tailwind, the next it was a headwind, and then it started coming from the side. And this area behind me going that way is right into a headwind, which is exactly where I was hoping to troll for a lake trout. I really wanted to, end the last night with a catch and cook. And maybe it could still happen. I don't know. It doesn't look good, but I do need to relax anyway, so it's probably best I pack it in early and just hang around camp, eat some food, and just enjoy the last night, A lot of the time I'm just running and gunning and trying to get to the next spot that I don't get to just sit and relax. So might as well be the last night that we get to sit down and enjoy this. Yeah, I did end up hooking into what I would assume was a lake trout right by an island, pretty much right after I started trolling. Unfortunately, it got off almost immediately, so it was very unlikely I would have been able to reel it in the next 100 feet no matter what I did. But anyways, yeah, I need to eat some food. I'm sore. My legs are butter. As soon as I got out of the canoe, I was like, oh, yeah. We're going to feel that for a couple days. Somehow I went from falling asleep in the chair after I ate my food to getting ready to make my bed to all of a sudden now I'm running around the site making a campfire. Although it does actually feel nice to have a fire. I started kicking away all the pine needles to put up the tent and I was like, man, these would really light on fire fast. And the next thing I know, I'm feeding a fire for the next 45 minutes. Let's finish the tent. Now, before I came on this trip, I did a gear video and I talked about this Nemo inflatable pillow I have. Now, it does have a cloth exterior on it and possibly is washable. I'm not really sure. But on the way up here, I ended up buying this pillow. It's an inflatable pillow. It is made by Rockwater Designs. It is a hood pillow. This thing, one, packs down smaller than this one. Way more comfy. It's like got shape to it. There we go. It's got some shape to it. It curves to your neck. It like literally, absolutely wonderful. The only issue I'm having is that this is super smooth. On this one, it has like a rubbery membrane embedded into the material that stops it from sliding around quite as much. This one, way comfier. This one, a little more functional in that portion. But it was 20 bucks. So I was like, man, I might as well try it. I was literally on the way up here, about 2 hours away from here. And yeah, I ended up picking this up. Can't beat it for the price, honestly. And it was a good way to test something. And absolutely, so much better. I feel so much more comfortable. This thing, great idea just not big enough for someone who likes to sleep on their side. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. How did that happen? No way. Good morning. It's a very frigid morning this morning. I knew it was going to be cold because it never really warmed up last night, but I barely slept. In the middle of the night, I got up to put my jacket on to add an extra layer. I slept for a couple more hours maybe, and that was it for me. I eventually just gave up, came out here, made a fire. Yeah, coffee, breakfast, all the fun stuff. But yeah, let's talk about this trip as a whole, because honestly it's pretty amazing just to take this all in. Day one, we start off the trip, we hop in the water. Within 15 minutes I'm hooked into a fish. Didn't catch it, but as a fisherman that just gets me excited for the possibilities of what's to come. And then we paddle into this lake that I'm on now, and it was so warm that day. In comparison to now, it's crazy the difference. It was almost 30 degrees that day, and now it's probably -2, I would think. Yeah, frigid in comparison to 30. Anyways, we stay at the Lady Evelyn Falls. Nothing too exciting. I take a little dip in the water, which that was something. And then day two, we head towards the waterfalls. The whole point of this whole trip is the incredible waterfalls in the Lady Evelyn River system. And I catch 2 lake trout on this lake on my way out. And like, I'm so excited. I didn't even want to leave. But as I'm working through my day, working through these portages, I'm looking at that map and I'm like, I need to get to that next waterfall. And we got to that waterfall and had the most incredible few hours of fishing I may have ever had. I couldn't stop catching fish. Not all of them were big, but the one that was a giant pike. I think it may have been the biggest one I've ever caught. I don't know. I didn't get a good picture of it, nothing, just the footage of me pulling it out onto the rock. And then I hop in the canoe, start fishing more, catching more and more. And then I get that brook trout, which I was about to shake off because I thought it was another pike. Like, that was one of the best days of fishing I've ever had in my life. Amazing. And then there's the last 2 days. I feel like the last 2 days were kind of just all mixed together. But traveling through that river system and seeing all of those waterfalls, they just kept getting better and better and bigger and stronger and just angry. They're angry right now. The water levels are high and the waterfalls were just pounding. And then each portage just got more and more sketchy. Like, I'm like, can I do this? Can I? And, you know, I'm nervous. I'm by myself. semi-experienced in this, but not that experienced, and there's no way out. I got no one to call, I got nothing I can do, which is dangerous on my end, but like, having that in the back of your mind is very nerve-wracking. But yeah, part of the beauty of that, all of this, is those portages, how rugged it is. This is real rugged. I've done Algonquin a couple times, the Kawarthas. That's like going to, you know, the Canoe resort in comparison. That was real portaging for sure. That was cool. Yeah. To sum this all up, sorry, I'm babbling. I've just had an amazing experience, and this is so far the best canoe trip I've ever been on. I had all of the things I looked for. I had some amazing fishing. I got to see some beautiful scenery, the rocks, the portaging, the waterfalls. It was very incredible. It's very, like, not mountains, but mountainous. It's lots of cliff sides. It's very cool here. Yeah. It's hard to leave. I'm really just kind of getting in the groove. Every time I do this, the last couple days, you're in the groove, and then you don't want to leave. But I only got enough food to survive a survival day if I need to, so I guess I can't do that. Alright guys, I hope I did this place justice with the video. I feel like I didn't film enough, and I guess that means I just have to come back someday. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, just keep going, one day at a time.